The Catalans are signing the best goalkeeper of the last La Liga season, Joan Garcia from Espanyol. Here we go. But the main news here is that Barcelona's management and Hansi Flick seem to have turned against Ter Stegen and are pushing for his departure from the club. And there is a clear reason for that. According to Mundo Deportivo journalist Laura Aparicio, Marc-André angered the club's leadership and Flick by refusing to address the fans after the last home game of the season. At the time, all Barca fans remembered a rather strange moment. During the celebrations at Montjuic, Flick and Laporta looked visibly nervous, almost as if they were arguing. And as journalist Fernando Polo later revealed, it all happened because of Ter Stegen and his refusal. The players were supposed to speak to the fans, and as the team captain, Ter Stegen was expected to deliver a speech. This was planned as part of the celebrations, and the media had been informed in advance. His refusal deeply angered the club's leadership, who saw it as a sign of disrespect toward nearly 50,000 fans who had been told the players would say a few words to them. Those same sources confirm that the German goalkeeper was furious not playing as much as he expected during the crucial final stretch of the season after being medically cleared. One of the Barca bloggers, FCB, shared some really interesting inside info that I also came across in Spanish media. Here's the quote. "He's the last remnant of the toxic dressing room from 2015 and the loser mentality that lingered at the end of that era. Day by day, we are learning how our captain tried to damage the team's interest during the decisive part of one of the club's best seasons in recent years. He used his agent to put pressure on Deco. He used the press to apply pressure on Szczęsny and Flick. And he even refused to travel for the Champions League semi-final. The first in 6 years, which could have brought us to our first final in a decade. Unacceptable." So, let me break it down a bit further. Indeed, between March and April, there were plenty of reports in the media that Ter Stegen wanted to play in the Champions League semi-finals. That meant Barca would have had to remove Szczęsny, who was the starting keeper at the time, from the squad and put Marc-André back in. That's what the information about his agent putting pressure on Deco, Szczęsny and Flick refers to. And around that time, there were several strange incidents, including a clash between Ter Stegen and Rafinha after the Betis match, when the German tried to calm the Brazilian down, but you could tell Marc-André wasn't exactly respected by one of the team's current leaders. So, what's next? Now that you know the real reason behind Barcelona's decision to say goodbye to Ter Stegen, everything becomes a lot clearer, right? It all comes down to the captain's behavior, which was unacceptable at the end of last season and had a negative impact on the dressing room. Flick doesn't forgive things like that, and that's why the club has decided to bet on the transfer of Joan Garcia, while also extending Wojciech Szczęsny's contract until the summer of 2027. We expect this week and next to be very intense in Barcelona. Joan Garcia's signing and Ter Stegen's departure are on the table. Although the German doesn't want to leave quietly and is demanding 42 million euros in compensation, while Barca is only offering to pay him for 1 season and terminate his contract. The German has offers from Al Hilal, AC Milan, Manchester United and Galatasaray. Friends, leave a like to support this video, comment below with your thoughts on this situation at Barca, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You were on Football News Tribuna, where we talk about the biggest football news.